Sabi ni JT De La Cruz, hindi rin kami tanga para paniwalain ninyo na magaling si Sara, na mabuti si Sara, etc. Wala naman sa aming nagsasabi na kailangan pa namin kayong i-convince eh. Kasi sa totoo lang, confident kami sa numbers namin. Kayo yung hindi. Kayo yung insecure dyan. Then in fact, you cannot argue your case. Ganito po yan, JT De La Cruz, 1635. The presumption is that every person is doing the right thing, is obeying the law, is in good faith. Yan po ang nakalagay sa batas. Those are the presumptions. Kung kayo po ay merong sinasabi na hindi nararapat si VP Inday, kung merong kayong masasabi tungkol sa may kakulangan siya o mayroon siyang nilabag sa batas, kayo po ang may burden para magpatunay nun. Kami, okay na kami. You don't have to convince us. We don't have to be convinced. Alam naman namin yung kakayahan ng aming Vice President. So kayo po yung may burden yan and hindi po kami worried. Kayo dyan yung galit na nga pero hindi kayo makausad. Magandang umaga sa inyo lahat. Ako naman ngayon ang magtatanong sa inyo, kamusta ang experience ninyo kahapon sa sa mga rallies yesterday? Let's hear your views on it. Kasi meron akong theory about this. So I'm abroad po. Wala ako sa Pilipinas. Hi, magandang umaga po sa mga nanonood sa atin sa TikTok. I hope you are well. Sabi ni Jing, kaka-timing, kakauwi. So I understand yesterday na mayroong iba kasing mga rallyista. I understand from some of the left, nagrereklamo sila na hinaharang daw sila ng authorities. I understand it was the PNP. Ang sabi nila, despite coordination, ay hindi daw sila pinayagan tuloy-tuloy na makapag-rally. So there are some people who are saying, ay, hindi lang naman talaga kayo makamaster ng crowd, so gumagawa na lang kayo ng dahilan. Merong iba naman na nagsasabi na talagang may actively naghaharang ng mga autoridad doon sa mga gusto sanang magpulong-pulong kahapon. So kayo po, ano sa tingin ninyo? Ang ilan sa inyo ba ay nakapagpunta? So mayroon din naman mga natuloy, and I understand dun sa isang oras na nakita namin, kasi medyo lumalim na masyado ang gabi dito, ang nakikita nating numbers na nakapagpulong ay estimated at about 3,000. Dun sa isang grupo, sa main group na naandun sa EDSA itself. Okay? So kayo, ano sa tingin ninyo? So far, ang impression namin over on this end is that, well, marami pa rin talagang nakapagpulong. It's just that it wasn't the expected number. Of course, given na yung mga even during the hype up, during the run up towards the rally yesterday, we already got the impression na hindi talaga marami ang makakarating. Although the Catholic Church did participate, hindi ganun pa rin yung crowds. Regardless, ang tingin ko dyan is that ang importante regardless of what side we are magpoprotesta tayo tungkol sa korupsyon dito sa gobyerno. Gayunpaman, this now places into a different perspective kahit yung ating mga efforts. So to be fair, yung mga efforts natin have been consistent, have been more often, we've been doing it more often and with better results than this one. At least ito yung impression ko. I need to see what the impression is from those who were actually there. So may mga natanungan tayo, and that dun din sa mga sources, siguro in total marami namang nakapagpulong-pulong, but it is nowhere near yung pagpupulong ng INC or ng ibang mga participants in the last rally that we conducted. Sabi ni Alan, kaya konting sumama sa Trillion March, mulat na ang mga totoong concern sa bansa na iba naman talaga ang layunin ng mga organizers sa Trillion Peso March. Well, posible yan. Number one, kasi there's a lack of sincerity also on the part of the organizers, lalong-lalo na kung sila ay nagpa-publicize ng kanilang posisyon na VP Sara resign pero Marcos wag muna mag-resign sa ngayon. It is disingenuous. It is not kumbaga, it's not sincere. Hindi kayo sincere tungkol sa korupsyon, and therefore they may have lost some of their audience. Totoo po yan. Second, ang tingin ko dyan is that, well, dun sa unang trillion peso march na kinonduct nila, marami kasing nag-participate na nasa panig natin. Kasi hindi pa na lumalabas yung mga Marcos, hindi pa muna pare-resignin, pero si VP Inday pare-resignin. Yung mga ganyang klaseng convolutions in logic, hindi pa lumalabas. So noon, marami pang gustong magpakita na nakikiisa pa. So noon, the first trillion march was, well, yun. Marami pa talagang yung sincere, marami pa yung gustong magpakita ng kanilang pagkadismaya doon sa ginagawa ng gobyerno. At the same time, hindi pa disingenuous nga yung mga nilalabas ng ilang mga organizers. Isa pa to, yung sinasabi din na resign all is also disingenuous. Bakit? Kasi nananawagan sila ng revolusyon. While trying not to sound like nananawagan sila ng ganon, because that would be inciting to rebellion. Hindi naman nila ma-articulate ng maayos without actually trying to transgress the law. So tama din po kayo dyan. Sabi ni Jumel, hindi ba yung sila ang nagde-distab kasi bawal naman yung mabakante ang lahat, di ba? Well, yun na nga. I think what they're doing is not being honest about what they really want. Ang hindi nila sinasabi is that ang gusto nila revolusyon. Hindi resign, hindi nila gustong kapitan ang saligang batas. And this is really unusual kasi ang mga ito ay usually, ang adherents ng mga ito ay yung super dilaw na very pro-Cory before that are very pro-1987 Constitution. And given their proclivities for the 1987 Constitution, kakaiba talaga na sila ang nananawagan ng resign all. Although, strictly speaking, when you call for a resignation, that is not illegal. Kaya lang, yung sila, ang sinasabi nila is that what they really want is a revolution nga. Because hindi naman napipinpoint ano ba ang kasalanan ni VP Sara? Diba? So uulitin ko, as I always repeat, baka kasi mayroong hindi nakakaintindi dito. Si VP Sara, hinarap niya lahat ng akusasyon sa kanya. Mayroong kasing nagpapakalat na hindi daw sumasagot at hindi transparent si VP Inday because she refused to answer some questions from congressmen during one of her hearings in the House of Representatives. This is not true because pwede naman siyang mag-refuse to answer. Ang Congress yung natatakot na ikulong siya. 'Di ba, pagka may contempt, hindi naman sinasabi ng Congress na may contemptuous behavior si VP Inday. Further than that, at the time, fluid yung sitwasyon. Hindi naman yung liquidation niya doon sa kanyang confidential funds had been submitted to COA, and then later on nag-disallow ang COA ng 71 million. So dun sa disallowances ng COA, sinagot naman ni VP Inday, but she was no longer being questioned by Congress. So it is also a lie to say that VP Inday has not been transparent. She has. But first, she has to submit to the processes, and that's what she did. Nung sinabi ng COA na mayroon siyang mga disallowances, nag-provide siya ng additional documents para sa kanyang liquidation. So yung mga Inday Lustay, yung mga ganyan, all of that has already been answered. Yung mga clueless lang, yung mga insistent on their ignorance lang po ang nagpipilit ng mga ganyan. Yung mga nag-i-insist lang na hindi siya transparent, ang mga may kulang sa impormasyon. Sabi ni Faz Gamer, si Mayor Magalong sumali sa rally. Ano pong story? From what I understand, si Mayor Magalong consistent naman ang stand niya against corruption. So, hindi ko po nakikita kung ano yung pagdududahan dyan. Anti-corruption siya, pero it's just his participation in the ICI that is confusing. Thank you kay Pompoko. Sabi ni Momento, sa CF galit, sa trillion corruption, nagmamasid. Yun na nga eh. Sabi ni Carl, nagda-drugs po ba si BBM? Bakit po sinabi nila na nagda-drugs siya? Nakakalungkot po if ever tunay. Ang pinakamalapit sa kanya na miyembro ng pamilya niya, yung immediate family member niya, aside from his wife of course, ang nag-akusa sa kanya ng paggagamit ng pinagbabawal na gamot simula pa sa kanilang kabataan hanggang sa ngayon. So dahil hindi niya sinasagot, that accusation is allowed to remain as is gaining momentum kasi nga hindi niya sinasalag. Sabi ni Baka Squatter, Marcos resign, bagsak piso, walang infrastructure, walang investors, walang pondo, PGH gold reserves, malapit na maubos, Jaime exposed the pulboron, Saldi exposed mastermind, corruption, Dean Chase exposed an audio during the party. Pwede po ba ang taong bayan naman ang magbendelo by not paying our taxes? Ninanakaw lang naman ang mga buhaya sa gobyerno. Well, para sa akin, civil disobedience has been a tradition and is used talaga as a citizens protest action. However, nagwo-work lang yan kung marami ang gagawa niyan. So, if you can organize people to lahat na hindi talaga mag-ano or maraming hindi magbabayad ng buwis, then that it becomes more effective then. Sabi ni Ma'am Karen, I'm confused. Magalong said mali sa ano yan? Si Magalong sumali sa rally na pinag-resign din si Inday. I don't think na nawagan naman si Mayor Magalong ng ganon. So I think we're going to have to distinguish that one. Sabi ni Ma'am Karen, she was audited naman. Wala naman tayong issue sa mga ganon. Like I said, ang importante dito ay ipalaganap natin ang tunay na impormasyon. Kasi hindi naman yan kumbaga that is publicly available information. Sandali lang po ha. Hindi ko po nabasa yung sinabi ni Attorney Conti, so we will not comment on that yet. Kulang yung kaalaman ko diyan, baka makakos lang ako ng confusion. Any comment sa pag-attend ni Attorney Sal sa rally kanina? Wala po akong komento diyan. I don't know why he went. So, wag muna tayo magkomento until alam natin yung kanyang panig. Sabi ni J6, sabi ng apologist ni Magalong, he is playing a high-level game daw, kaya di daw natin maintindihan siya. Okay, sana mai-explain nila yung high-level game na yon. It's a little confusing, but nevertheless, para sa akin, we will remain open to a reasonable explanation. Pero wag siya sana magagalit kung nako-confuse yung mga tao. Tinatanong ni Fast Gamer kung natakol na sa stream. Yes, we actually did. In fact, a lot of people had missed that point na may panalo si Kaufman dun that actually a former ICC judge, Raul Pangalangan, had pointed out that this is a novel argument bringing up the matter of a health concern as like an alternative motion to dismiss. So, pero tinanggap 'yun ng appellate court, ng appeals court. Hindi lang nila, ang sinabi lang nila is that there just wasn't enough. The defense was unable to overcome what the pretrial chamber has been able to present about the possibility of escape. Ano yung sinasabi mo, MMC? Please elucidate. Without needing a prescription. It's like getting perfect on demand. And the best part, no doctor visits, no access. Sabi ni Jamaica, mag-wave free daw si Kiko D at si Tore, nananawagan makiisa daw tayo, nakakatawa. Well, I think the purpose really is to confuse people. And on that score, they're very good at it. Kaya lang, ang hindi nila nakakount on is yung stubbornness or yung insistence ng mga katulad natin on a more rational reaction to this corruption issue. Tama, sabi ni DGS, this is correct. Bakit niyo ina-associate si VP sa flood control? Wala nga siyang insertions as per Leviste. Kuhang-kuha ni Falsis at Rafaela David yung inis ko. God, these people. O yun na nga Yun na nga, ini-insist nila na may corruption when the fact is it has not even been established the whether or not VP Inday is involved in any corruption has not been established because there is no decision yet from the Commission on Audit. And without a decision from the Commission on Audit, neither can the Ombudsman be able to proceed with its investigation. Can a sex video be subject of impeachment if the one involved is the highest position of the Republic? It really depends. Marami masyado tayong pagkukulang ng impormasyon dyan. So, right now, I don't have enough, there's not enough information about the alleged video for me to even make a conclusion of impropriety. So, kailangan kasi impeachable offense. So, what are the impeachable offenses? Okay, so culpable violation of the Constitution, treason, bribery, graft and corruption, other high crimes, betrayal of the public trust. So saan po papasok dyan? So kung hindi yan pasok doon sa mga impeachable offenses, then hindi siya ground for impeachment. Tama, sabi ni PBK, paano magkakaroon ng flood control? Si VP Inday, ikalaban nga niya ang admin, hindi naman siya bibigyan ng pera for that. Di nga siya binibigyan ng enough na budget to run the OVP, but she will do whatever she can. Package the terms in the right connection term D for American German concentrates bank partners that chasing terminal D's international function. Using time for walking rail Sabi ni Veritas, today's rally only proves one thing: majority of the people do not agree with the ideology of the left and that they still don't have enough numbers para maipanalo ang kandidato nila. Even after ng lahat ng binato nilang putik sa mga Duterte, olats pa rin sila. Good point. I'm sure lalo silang na-insecure and kinakabahan ngayon. Totoo yan. I think that was a big, they took a chance. Malaking gamble yung ginawa nila na mag-mount sila ng rally at this time. Although to be fair, kasi ang tingin ko dyan is medyo holiday season na eh. Ang Pilipino mahihirapan talaga to master the energy to go to rallies, lalong-lalo na sa hirap ng panahon ngayon. At dahil mahirap ang panahon, kailangan magtipid, kailangan mag-ipon kasi magpapasko. So it works both ways, no? Hindi lang sa kanila, sa atin din. Sabi ni Maisog 14, nakakatawa yung mga makakaliwa dahil agresibo sila sa pagpapababa kay VP, pero kay Marcos pag-iisipan pa daw. Kaya nga people see through that. Alam nila that it is disingenuous, it's not honest, it's not being honest. Kumbaga, flexible sila pagdating sa korupsyon. Hindi sila flexible sa kanilang political leanings. Sabi ni Joe, sobrang ginagawang tanga ng admin ni BBM ang mga Pilipino. Hindi naman tayo pinanganak kahapon para itago sa atin kung sino ba talaga ang responsable sa korupsyon. At talagang gagawin ng BBM admin ang lahat para mawala si VP sa landas nila. Sabi ni Levi, Catholic ako pero hindi ako sang-ayon sa kanila. Ako pa sana yung pang 7,001. Sabi ni Ma'am Karen, watching the Yellow Rally today makes me wonder how did Kiko win? Oo nga eh. Sabi ni Joshua, sobrang lala na po bang ekonomiya natin? Makakabangon pa ba? Alam nyo, kahit sad-sad ang ekonomiya natin, makakabangon tayo. Ang tanong lang is kung ganong katagal. How long will it take us to recover? So, syempre, the more damage the economy, the longer it will take. Go and eat breakfast. Mino. Sabi ni JT De La Cruz, hindi rin kami tanga para paniwalain ninyo na magaling si Sara, na mabuti si Sara, etc. Wala naman sa aming nagsasabi na kailangan pa namin kayong i-convince eh. Kasi sa totoo lang, confident kami sa numbers namin. Kayo yung hindi. Kayo yung insecure dyan. Then in fact, you cannot argue your case. Ganito po yan, JT De La Cruz, 1635. The presumption is that every person is doing the right thing, is obeying the law, is in good faith. Yan po ang nakalagay sa batas. Those are the presumptions. Kung kayo po ay merong sinasabi na hindi nararapat si VP Inday. Kung mayroong kayong masasabi tungkol sa may kakulangan siya o mayroon siyang nilabag sa batas, kayo po ang may burden para magpatunay nun. Kami, okay na kami. You don't have to convince us. We don't have to be convinced. Alam naman namin yung kakayahan ng aming Vice President. So kayo po yung may burden yan and hindi po kami worried. Kayo dyan yung galit na nga pero hindi kayo makausad. Kasi partida yung 2025 elections was sufficient guarantee or sufficient to show na may lakas talaga kami. Were it not for certain matters na kaduda-duda sa nangyayari sa loob ng COMELEC at sa possibility of foreign intervention. In fact, kami yung makakapagsabi na kung wala si VP Inday, walang BBM. Siya ang nagdala ng 2022 national elections. If Marcos ends his term, pwede ba siyang habulin sa flood control issue kasi may pirma siya doon? Ang pirma niya is on the General Appropriations Act. So on his other participation on matters that show possibility of involvement in corruption, pwede rin naman. But kailangan pa rin isumite doon sa investigation. Hindi yung pagpirma niya sa GAA alone. That's not going to be enough. Sabi ni Maisog, sunog na naman ang trolls. Di ka kawalan kung ayaw mo maniwala. Sabi ni Jake, just funny how you've all been fooled. And it's just funny that you think that we have not changed. Sabi ni Jake Bayona Pareño, just funny how you have been fooled. Oh, we will have to admit that part. Oo, kasi kahit si VP Inday, she participated in the 2022 elections and ended up endorsing somebody who bit her back so badly. And yes, there's no question about that. But the funny part is how you think it's still funny after all of these years. Because if you will look, ibig sabihin, wala kang malasakit talaga sa bayan mo. This president has openly caused the rise of prices in basics like food and water and healthcare and all of that, causing a lot of people to be endangered. And you still find that part funny? Di ko talaga naiintindihan yan. So, and you also think that just because we were fooled once, we're going to be fooled again. Just because that in 2022 we voted for BBM, we're going to do the same thing or commit the same mistakes. That would be a mistake on your part. It's called underestimating us. So ang hindi ko nagigets is why after all this time, you still find it funny kahit naghihirap na ang bayan mo. Hi kay Odzology. Ang akin lang naman po, as long as hindi natin pinipigilan ng isa't isa, wala naman nagpipigil na magpahayag ng malaya sa bansa at tungkol sa bansa. I think we're on the right path. Ang problema ay kung may silencing. Oo naman. Although dito, walang silencing. I think that everybody should be heard at kailangan din kung sakasakali sasagutin. If valid naman yung points, kailangan sagutin para para may diskusyon. Kasi sa diskurso, dyan lalabas yung impormasyon na kailangan natin. Sabi ni No Name, yung sinabihan ni De Lima na minority lang daw yung rally ng INC pero yung rally nila De Lima, onti. Well, I suppose that's par for the course pagdating dito kay Congresswoman De Lima. Sabi ni Ma'am Karen, imagine Inday has to go through a needle pag ino-audit. She has to be a saint while almost everyone is uhaw sa kakakulimbat. What will they say if COA will finally release the 70+ million notice of disallowance that she complied? Dali lang ha. Ang kulit eh. Dali lang po. I really have to address this one. So, sabi ni Drake, paano mananalo si VP Sara kung hawak ng administrasyon ang COMELEC? Well, ganito po kasi yan. Noong 2025 pa lang, in-address na natin yan. So, we've always addressed that issue. Matagal na natin sinasabi yan. is that the fact of the matter is there are things we can control and there are things that we cannot control. In this instance, we have always been able to win by sheer numbers. So, halimbawa, hawak naman ng COMELEC ng administrasyon ang COMELEC ever since, di ba? Whoever is in power, yun yung may hawak ng COMELEC. So, but we have always managed to win by sheer numbers. So that's it. The answer has not changed. Sabi ni Dire Post, oh my God, attorney, please put this on YT. Very quotable quotes. I missed to record it as I'm working. Nasa YT po ito. Nasa Facebook din po. So, ulitin ko ha. Para dun sa mga nanonood sa atin, huwag pong kakalimutan, like, share, follow, and subscribe. For TikTokers, don't forget to share. At saka, please press the like button as many times as possible. We are on Facebook on 2 accounts, Luminous by Trixie Cruz Angeles and Ahmed Paglinawan and Trixie Cruz Angeles. Both of them are pages. So live tayo dun sa mga pages of Facebook right now. And we are also on YouTube at Luminous TCA and AGP. We're on TikTok at Luminous TCA and we're also, wala tayo sa Rumble ngayong araw na ito. So, sabi ni Jackie Chong, but sobrang gaan mo kausap. Ito yung normal. Pagka may days na mainit ang ulo ko, it's because lang na nakaka-frustrate yung ibang kausap. But other than that, ganito talaga ako makipag-usap. Nood kayo ng The Spokes pag andun ako. Lalo na yung interview ko kay Attorney Harold Respicio. Yun, masaya yun. Sabi ni Jumel, may next rally pa ba tayo na mga gusto ng maayos na demokrasya? Paano ba bababa si Bangag in a legal way aside sa impeachment? Kasi wala namang mangyayari doon. Bayad na yung mga buhaya doon gaya ng pagpirma sa impeachment kay VP. Well, right now, the only available political solutions are elections, rallies, and impeachment. Diba? So, kung ang pinaka-publicly available sa atin are rallies, we have to make it a successful one. Kailangan marami tayo for us to be able to make a difference. Sabi ni Edzology, ewan, bakit di natin subukan ang election primaries to filter the candidates and the mandatory debate? May mga kakilala akong Rosa last 2022, but Sarah not attending the debates left a bad taste. Because it was Bongbong's, policy. Alangan man attend din niya yung hindi a-attend yung presidential candidate tapos a-attend din siya. O, di ba? So it was on their part, but also understand, ang dami-dami ring kandidato. Still, maganda nga sana yung nagpa-participate sila sa national debate. But election primaries, depends rin yan kasi di ba sa dami ng political parties natin. We'll have to see. Para sa akin kasi, I don't know a lot of people are saying na better if we have a two-party system, yung mga ganyan. Hindi ko sure kasi ang two-party system, it works for the US. I'm not sure if it works in a Philippine situation. When we come up with ideas, when we come up with changes in our laws, I'm all for it. Pero we have to take into consideration kung ano ang kultura natin. Kaya ba natin ng ganyan? Kaya ba natin ng dalawa lang ang nagdedebate? Kaya ba natin yung mga ganyan? Because it will depend kung ano yung proclivities natin as a people. Tayo ba ay talagang multi-party system? Is this in accordance with our culture or is this in accordance with the practices lang now? I think what is missing really in all of these suggestions is kung naaangkop sa ating kultura ang mga ito. The suggestions should not come from a vacuum. Suggestions should not come from a place na gaya-gaya lang tayo dun sa ibang mga sistema. Look at what's happening. We have adopted the American system, hook, line, and sinker, the whole thing. And how is that working for us? We just keep finding ways around it. So, ang kulang talaga is a cultural basis. But I'm willing to change anything if it's going to make things better. Sabi ni Oliver, sitting pretty lang si BBM kasi lahat ng binigyan niya ng mga maleta ay pagtanggol siya tooth and nail. Kasi sila ang unang makukulong pag nag-resign si BBM. Maleta, hunt challenge tayo, alamin sino. Ako kasi, I'm a little more optimistic than that. Hindi ko iniisip na sitting pretty si BBM because he has his trust and approval ratings in the toilet right now. And as any politician knows, that yung political life mo will depend on how popular you are because it is a popular election. 'Di ba? Your effectivity as a politician depends also on how people think of you. So hindi natin pwedeng sabihin sitting pretty. Kung ano lang yung mga attempts nila lang to keep a lot of people from sa pagpupulong-pulong, to keep a lot of people from coming together at rallies, pinapagod nila yung mga tao, pinapagod nila yung mga autoridad. All of these, you shouldn't blame the people for that. And no, if the fact that the admin has to prevent yung mga assemblies, that means na meron talaga silang problema. So, I wouldn't say sitting pretty. You're just using kumbaga, binibigyan mo lang sila ng libreng PR. Hindi sila malakas. The trust and confidence of the people in them, hindi malakas. So, you can't say sitting pretty, everyday nahihirapan din ng presidente. Everyday nahihirapan na yan matulog, nagkaka-issues na yan sa pagtutulog kasi natatakot siya at the possibility na baka one day, the people will just get so mad that no matter what kind of strictures they are placing on assemblies, hindi na magmamatter. So, don't do their PR for them. Don't make them appear to be stronger than they actually are. They're barely holding together. But they do enjoy the presumption of being in power, the presumption that they are legitimately occupying positions in power. Sa ngayon. But the public dissatisfaction with them is at an all-time low. So they still have to worry about survival themselves. Sa akin, I would strongly encourage you not to project any strength on the part of the administration. And while it is true that they occupy the positions of power and they enjoy the presumption that they are still the legitimate power authority in this country, it doesn't mean that they're having an easy time of it either. Sabi ni Chester, sabi ng headlines ng mainstream media, 300,000 strong ang dadating sa rally. Parang 3K lang ata anyari. Well, I think it's also the season. At saka yun na nga, we've already said at the start of this live that one of the main reasons was the fact that people can see right through their intentions. Gusto nila pababain si VP Inday. Paano ka talaga makakakuha ng suporta para doon? Sabi ni Ma'am Gracia, sinasagot niya yung troll. Sabi ng troll, bakit daw may logo ng Cherry Mobile sa likod? Sabi ni Ma'am Gracia, hindi yan Cherry Mobile. Minute ko na muna, troll yan. Pagka ganyan yung troll, hindi na yan pinapansin. Sabi ni Edsology, whoa, really? It was Marcos's idea to now show up. Feeling ko nga din bilang go naman si Sara sa media to not show up. Yeah, it was. Ayaw niya kasi makipagdebate. He would not have been able to overcome his stutter in the debates. So, baka naman masyadong malakas yung showing ni VP Inday. Remember, she was the number one candidate that, her mere showing up would have caused a standing ovation. So, ma-overshadow na naman si BBM. Actually, very sensitive si VP Inday during the campaign not to overshadow BBM. So, when BBM went to campaign in Davao City, people there were going to show up in green shirts. Pero, it was VP Inday who asked them to show up in red shirts para hindi na ma-emphasize na baluarte ni VP Inday yun. She wanted to show BBM that Davao supported him. So yeah. Ay, Sir Jojo. Dito si Sir Jojo, pakibati naman si General De Leon. Nakatambay kayo dito ah. Aren't you supposed to be asleep? Sir Jo? Sabi ni Jackie Chong, pamilyang nagbago sa drugs, walang boses. What do you mean nagbago sa drugs? Sabi ni RG, gandang gabi. Pinanindigan talaga yung 500 na budget pang Noche Buena, tapos si Sir John Vic umakyat pa ng bus yan, tuloy pinagmumura siya. Yung mga ganyang gimmick hindi na po umuubra sa mga tao. Sa panahon na napakataas ng presyo ng pagkain, magpapakita ka ng ganyang klaseng gimmick. It's the height of insensitivity. Kung umakyat sana siya ng tren o ng bus at namigay siya ng pagkain, baka napansin pa siya. But these people, they're so cheap, they won't even think of that.